Living with a DeLorean, where do I start? Well, it has its highs, it has its lows, yeah, but it's been a roller coaster of a ride, and I can't believe I've had it 8 years, and the events and places I've been to with it, it's just amazing. I've never had a car that crosses all genres, so it classes as a supercar. It gets in supercar shows. It also gets into 80s shows, American. It could be anything, any show, any event. It seems to cross all of those genres of cars, and wherever I go, the reaction is just amazing. It's just to see the public's face light up. It makes all the hours I put into it worth it. DeLorean ownership, I can't recommend it enough. So if you're a person that doesn't want to be noticed, it's a little bit more difficult because you will get stopped everywhere. You go to a petrol station, you're there for half an hour because everyone's taking photos and wants to ask you about it. It's normally the same questions, but I think you become an ambassador for the brand. I think to kind of just shun them away or move them on quick, it's not really the done thing, because some people have never come across one, they've never seen one, they've never seen a DeLorean in real life, they may be on TV, but that is it. To see one in front of them, they just want to ask questions and be part of it. I try, well I do, I speak to everybody, answer all their questions, even though they're the same ones, because that's what it's about. And my wife's not quite so au fait with it, but I've got used to it now. And of course, it's not about me, the driver, it's about the car. I'm just there as the ambassador, just to say, answer all the questions and things. But it's just a brilliant feeling to step back away from the car and let it all happen and watch people's reaction. For instance, one day there was a young lady who came up to me and she was like, "Oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever seen. You've made my year." And she'd just got made redundant that day, but she'd gone from the ultimate low to the ultimate high just by me talking to her and explaining about the car, and she's seeing it and that. So it's just, to be able to do that is amazing. So anyway, on with the story. DeLorean ownership. Along with all those things I said before, with the engine and all the list and everything, it still comes down to, this is a 40-year-old car. You have got to expect to spend some time on it. Now, if you're not spanner happy and you're not mechanically friendly, then you do need to find somebody before you buy one, I suggest, that runs 1.21 gigawatts that can actually fix and repair this car, because you're going to need quite a lot of repairs if you're going to use it. I've met people that have never had a day's problem with their DeLoreans, and I wish them the best of luck, because I wish I had that luck. But my car has been ultra problematic. Perhaps I'm unlucky, but that's the way it is. Luckily I am spanner happy, and I don't mind spending the time on the car. But if I said 6,000 man hours, I would not be surprised I've spent on this car in the past 8 years. That's where I'm going with this. Along with the engine, all the engine bits that I've mentioned, you've just got to remember suspension, you've got to remember all the bushes, the wiring. You've got to actually look out for the cooling system, because these cars do like getting hot. And also bear in mind that there is electrical relays, what old wiring that needs repairing will happen along the way. And really, to sum it up, I think ownership consists of excitement. It's a unique experience, and it's got movie car status with the public. And that's the reason why I changed mine over to a Back to the Future car, because people just love to see the hoverboard and the Marty McFly's cap and all the time circuits and all the features. And to me, it's brought the passion for the DeLorean car and the film together. But it will break down. Well, in my case it will. Hopefully in yours it won't. But just bear in mind everything I've said in the past videos. Just bear in mind that it is an old car. it did have inherent problems. Once you've overcome those, it could be plain sailing from then on in, but until then, stick with it. So like I said, with the all those engine issues and all the transmission and everything, all I've had problems with, when you go out and you drive the car, all those just wash away, because the reaction you get is fantastic. And the drive, I really enjoy driving it. It's a comfortable and super smooth car to drive. And now the suspension's been lowered, it's got more sporty feel to it as well. I would never change it. So even with all my problems, I'd still never ever change this car, because it's not just about the car, it's a backstory behind it, and it's just a unique story. I don't think there's another car today that has had such a turbulent story but survived. So my ownership of the car actually sums up in these pages here, but it came down to actually selecting between the Lotus Esprit and the DeLorean, and when I had both together, it is amazing the similarities of the actual styling when you put the two together. I've been to countless shows, so I think I did something like it's 32 car shows I attended in the first year I had it.